front of us. Serious conversation.
The element of choice. It needs to be done. Good morning, everyone.
How are you? Good to see you.
Jack, come grab a seat next to Josh. Jack, go sit in the back.
Yes, you know, I was at the ceremony. I remember, I was flying in actually, and came back from the middle of the trip. I was exhausted. Do you have a waiting list?
They're not coming.
Is there room for expansion? Because this is a need that we all early intervention. And this is a full broad spectrum of needs. 175? What's the age? Birth rate, 175. And is it fairly constant? Is it constant? I mean, because there's an aging out. What is the incidence of autism in the Lakewood community? I mean, do you have a statistic? We use 1 in 94 for New Jersey.
It's basically the same.
It's consistent with the broader population.
Right, but this is why there's so many governors is because most people, when they take a sonogram, and see the problem they have an abortion. Since we don't believe in abortion, so all these babies are born.
Right. No, and it is genetic.
We just, forgive me, everyone, good morning. Welcome to the SCHI School. Welcome, Governor. It's an honor and a pleasure that you are here with us on this beautiful rainy morning. You're in the heart of Lakewood, in what is one of the nicest schools in Lakewood that does incredible work. Immediately behind you, as Rabbi Lefkowitz pointed out, is a development of close to 500 homes. Your administration took the forefront in creating for Lakewood. Gathered here this morning are a variety of representatives from different components of the Lakewood community. I know that your time is short. You've got a lot to do in the next couple of days, but it's an honor and a pleasure that you're here. You've been a wonderful friend of Lakewood in your years as senator, in your years as governor. I think it's fair to say that your administration has done more for Lakewood in the 4 years that you've been in office than perhaps, no disrespect to previous administrations, but perhaps what 3 or 4 administrations before were able to do for Lakewood. As you look at the spectrum of what you have in this room, affordable housing, federally qualified health center, health care, which you championed when you were in the Senate. You took the lead on that. There are more than 10,000 children in Lakewood who today have health care coverage in our family care because of your expansion of family care. As with every administration, every governor, many issues come up. There are many different priorities. Those priorities change. At the heart of your administration has been a wonderful friendship and attention to the needs of Lakewood, whether it's in matters of transportation, your commitment, your administration's commitment to the widening, enhancing of Route 9, which you have put on the priority list to get that done, traffic, a better planning, smart growth plan for Lakewood, resolving environmental issues, and small matters that came before the administration. Assistance for schools. We'll be having a meeting with the schools a little bit later this morning. Finding ways to help schools that are in need. You've been an incredible friend of this community. We welcome you not just as a senator, not just as a governor, but as a dear friend of Lakewood. I ask Rabbi Blech perhaps to address us briefly. We want a tight time frame, but again, thank you, and we turn to Rabbi Blech.
And I have the unique pleasure of being able to represent the body as chairman. And I can only echo the sentiments of Coker in that we
really feel a sense of appreciation for the wonderful work that you've been doing. It's obvious to all of us, and I know the governor's heard from me as well, that we are confronted with somewhat of a moral dilemma, if I might say, and because there are contravening issues. One very important and basic that has been, for us, obligatory is a sense of appreciation and thank you. That's something that, because of its significance, and if I might just wander, as a clergyman often does, and we went through the, just went through.
I know politicians that do that.
I'm just very quickly going to say that we started now the reading in the Bible, Genesis and creation, the order of creation. On the third day, vegetation was created, but it remained beneath the earth's surface until the sixth day, until man was created and was able to recognize the good of rain and pray for it. And the lesson is, and that our first and most important obligation is to appreciate. And God kept creation at a standstill in a holding position until someone's going to come and recognize the good and say thank you and pray for it. So this has been for us a guideline that we've always followed in wanting to see, to make sure that our debts are paid and that we support those people who have been so good to the community. And in that way, we echo the sentiment. At the same time, obviously, since family values are so significant and important to us, it has created for us this moral issue, this dilemma, and that we obviously have strong feelings about the difference about being tolerant, which is something that's for us sacred as well. Tolerance is sacred, and the idea of legislating acceptance is another matter for us. Legislating acceptance has with it everything that goes along with that concept, and that has created us this problem. Here we are with two very important considerations.
Rabbi, I look at us as friends and people who have mutual respect for both our differences and the things that we commonly agree on. Most importantly, our common humanity, which I view in every element of how I try to approach issues. It is easy for me to advocate for the community in the secular world that I live in and work in and will continue to, because it is the right thing to do to make sure that everyone is treated both equally financially, but how people treat each other under the law. That will lead to a greater conflict here in a second, but the fact is that I believe in making certain that where the needs of our children are at stake, whether it's health care or the special needs of children with autism or other disabilities, that they have access at those kinds of resources that give them the best opportunity to fulfill God's gifts with them. And I will continue to be adamant. That formula is, and as our economy lifts, will put more and more money into Lakewood special needs kids, and will put more and more money, I hope, into the developing needs of your early childhood education programs that can be done in the context that allow for religious and secular activities to be occurring at the same time. It will go forward in all of those areas that we talked about with affordable housing. I believe in this passionately. It's not politics. I'm done with politics. Come 5 days from now or 6 days from now, from the standpoint of ever coming and asking for a vote. But it's not going to change how I operate. The most important issue is those conflicts of your most important moral views that you hold in your religious beliefs. My pledge to enforce the equality that is built into our Constitution, which is good when people are abusing or anti-Semitic or discriminatory in their behavior and how they might treat this community, which I passionately object to and would push back on, comes into play on equal treatment under the law by at least how I see our constitutional work. And I don't personally condone or encourage, nor do I expect that religious leaders or religious congregants embrace